All right, we got a couple of our triangle inequality things going on here on this last page here. First of all, can a triangle be made with these given lengths here? So these two problems here are going to be pretty similar. Basically, you need to see is a small plus a medium greater than the longest side. All right. So you go and look at them. First of all, make sure you have the correct order there. You might need to rearrange them here. So like on this first one here, we got to see is 1 plus 2 greater than 4. And that's it right there. Obviously, 3 is not greater than 4. So make sure you say that no, you cannot make a triangle there with those given lengths. Okay, now the next one here, 6, 7, and 8. So let's go 6 plus 7. Is that greater than 8? And that's going to be 13 greater than 8. That is true right there. So can you make a triangle with these lengths? Yes, you can. Basically, the big idea is, if the lengths aren't long enough, you're not going to be able to close the figure up to a triangle. Okay. Next category of questions here is it's an extension of this whole idea of small plus medium needs to be greater than large. So we learned a little shortcut here. If I give you two sides and then the last side you don't know, we're going to say x must be less than the sum of the two numbers, but then greater than the difference of the two numbers. And that's going to be for both of those questions right here. What are the possible values? So they're not actually wanting you to say, oh, x could be like 6 or something like that. They want you to actually list out all possibilities here. So we find the sum and the difference of your two numbers there. So these are pretty straightforward once you know that little trick there. And this is kind of a shortcut here. There's other ways you can kind of do this here, but the sum of those, that's going to be 12, whatever units that is, centimeters. The difference, what's that going to be? 2 centimeters. So you say x must be less than 12 centimeters. That's the sum, but then greater than 2 centimeters. So any third side between those, I guess, like for example, 3, 4, you could do, 11. Those combinations would make triangles, kind of like how we did up here. So it's a different, style of question right there. Next one's pretty much the same thing. Here you got 2 and 10 centimeters. So the sum is going to be 12. The difference is going to be 10. I'm sorry, that would be 8. So then you say x must be less than 12 centimeters, but then x must be greater than 8 centimeters. Basically, the way this notation reads right here is you say your missing side is between 8 and 12 centimeters, not including, 8 and 12, I guess. Now, the last category of questions here are just ordering angles from largest to smallest, or listing sides from smallest to largest, I guess here, or whatever they want, whatever order they want. The big thing you need to remember with this section is small angles are across from small sides, and then small sides are across from small angles. So let's go here. First of all, pay attention to the order that they want us, largest to smallest. Okay, so I'm going to find my largest side. Across from the largest side, or 10 here, the angle across from that is going to be the largest angle. So we'll start out with angle R. That has to be the largest one. And pay attention, what are they asking for? Angles. Angles usually we need for formatting, we need one letter. Now the next largest side is 9, so the next largest angle has to be Q. And then you can, of course, finish up here with angle P. So there's only one example there, so be kind of careful there on that. But that's how you do. Small angles are across from small sides, large angles are across from large sides. So now list these sides from smallest to largest. Okay, so I want the smallest side first. The smallest side will be across from the smallest angle. The smallest angle here, that's going to be that 37 degrees right there. So the smallest side here is that side right there, and we have to use 2 letters for it, so let's call it side BC. Okay, the next smallest angle, we took care of the 37. The next smallest one is the 54. 54 is across from this side right here. I'm going to go in AB. You can technically put BA. That is the same thing right there. So either order. Typically, I'll go in alphabetical, but it doesn't matter. All right, and then the largest angle is 89. So therefore, the largest side is the AC side. And that's going in that proper order right there.